What if I told you that your peace has never been in other people's hands? Not in what they say, not in what they do, not even in how much they try to hurt you. Here's the truth. No one has ever truly made you angry. They've only revealed where you haven't healed. Most people spend their lives reacting. Emotional puppets pulled by strings they refuse to see. One comment ruins their day. One betrayal breaks their spirit. One misunderstanding turns into a war. But it doesn't have to be that way. The Stoics believed that real strength isn't about being untouchable. It's about being unshaken. Your calm isn't supposed to be this fragile thing constantly at the mercy of other people's moods, opinions, or mistakes. It's supposed to be rooted in reason, in clarity, in the part of you that can step back, breathe, and choose how to respond, not just how to react. The world will test you, that's a given. But whether you get pulled into its chaos, that's your choice. This video is about reclaiming that choice. It's about learning how to protect your calm like it's sacred, because it is. Through the lens of Stoicism, we'll walk through 15 powerful principles you can use today. Not abstract philosophy, but real grounded steps you can take to stop being at war with everything and start leading from within. If you're finding value in this conversation about maintaining your calm, hit that subscribe button and join the Stoic Ocean community. We explore these principles every week. Principle 1. Understanding anger is about you, not them. Let's talk about anger. Not the kind that erupts in fire and fury, but the quieter kind. The kind that simmers when someone lets you down or crosses a line you thought was obvious. The kind that sits in your chest and whispers, "How could they?" We often think our anger is about them. The person who was rude, disrespectful, careless. But here's the twist. More often than not, it's not about them at all. It's about the story you were telling yourself, the silent expectation you had that the other person didn't even know they were supposed to meet. See, anger shows up when reality doesn't match the mental script you were holding. You expected someone to be more thoughtful. You expected loyalty or gratitude or a simple thank you. And when you didn't get it, your mind screams, "This isn't how it's supposed to go." But who said how it's supposed to go? Did the other person agree to your terms? Did they even know what your terms were? Carl Jung once said, "Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves." That hits hard, because what if your anger isn't just a reaction? What if it's a mirror? What if it's showing you something unresolved inside you? Something worth exploring rather than suppressing or exploding over? Stoicism teaches us to challenge our assumptions. So if someone else's behavior makes you mad, the Stoic response isn't to lash out. It's to pause, to trace that anger back to its root, to ask, what was I hoping for that didn't happen? What belief just got threatened? Let's make this real. Your friend cancels on you again, and you're fuming, not because of the cancellation itself, but because somewhere in your mind there's a belief. People who care about me follow through. They don't flake. Maybe that belief comes from past letdowns, maybe from a place where you felt unimportant or forgotten. That's not weakness, it's human. But the key is recognizing that the anger isn't about this one canceled plan. It's about a deeper wound being touched. Socrates once said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." And when it comes to emotion, especially anger, examining it is where the wisdom lives. Instead of reacting blindly, you start asking, why did this bother me so much? Why this and why now? And just like that, you go from being controlled by your emotions to learning from them. Aristotle believed that anyone can become angry. That's easy, but to be angry with the right person, at the right time, for the right reason, and in the right way, that's the hard part. That's the art. That's emotional maturity. So here's a simple practice. When you feel that rise of frustration, instead of clenching your jaw or firing off a text, pause, take a breath, and ask yourself, what was I expecting that didn't happen? What belief just got challenged? The answer might surprise you, and it might just be the key to keeping your calm. Principle 2. Choose peace over pride. Not every trigger deserves a response. Maybe you were right. Maybe you made your case perfectly. But instead of feeling victorious, you felt agitated, heavy, maybe even a little guilty. That's because the goal wasn't truth. It was control. And control rarely brings peace. The Stoics had a word for this: apatheia. Not apathy in the modern sense, but a state of inner calm that isn't thrown off by other people's chaos. Marcus Aurelius, who ruled an empire surrounded by conflict, wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." In other words, don't lower yourself to meet someone in their mess. Rise above it. When someone triggers us, it's rarely just about them. It's about what that conflict stirs up in us. Our need to be seen, to be heard, to be right. But here's the thing, not every trigger deserves a response. Some just need to be observed. Plato believed that self-mastery was the highest form of freedom, and that includes mastering your reactions. If you always need to have the last word, you're not free. You're hooked. You're on a leash pulled by anyone who knows how to push your buttons. But when you choose peace over pride, you become unshakable. This doesn't mean you let people walk all over you. This isn't about being passive or avoiding hard conversations. It's about discernment. It's about asking yourself in the moment, is this conversation worth my energy, or is it just noise? Because energy is a currency, and once it's spent, you don't get it back. Socrates famously said, "Strong minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Weak minds discuss people." So when the conversation starts sliding into gossip, accusation, or ego-driven drama, consider whether it's worth participating in at all. Zoom out. Ask yourself, what kind of life am I trying to build? Who am I becoming in this moment? Because the truth is, you can win the argument and still lose the connection, still lose your composure, still lose yourself. So maybe the real win is knowing when to speak and when to stay silent, when to defend your truth and when to simply walk away with your dignity intact. Not everything is worth a reaction. Save your energy for the moments that actually shape your future. Let the rest go. Here's a practical example. You're in a meeting. Someone criticizes your idea publicly. Your first instinct? Defend yourself. Prove you're right. Show them they're wrong. But here's the question. Is this conversation worth your energy? Are they open to hearing your perspective? Or are they just trying to make themselves look good? If it's the latter, no amount of explaining will change their mind. You'll just waste energy on someone who isn't interested in understanding. But if you can pause, ask yourself, what's really happening here? What do they actually need? What do I actually need? Sometimes the answer is, I need to walk away with my dignity intact. And that's not weakness. That's wisdom. That's choosing peace over pride. Another example, you're scrolling social media. Someone posts something that triggers you. You want to comment. You want to set them straight. You want to show everyone how wrong they are. But here's the thing. Will that comment change their mind? Probably not. Will it make you feel better? Maybe for a moment, but then you'll feel drained, agitated, heavy, and you'll have wasted precious energy on something that doesn't actually matter. So practice this. Before you respond, ask yourself, is this worth my energy? What am I really trying to achieve here? Will this response make things better or just make me feel temporarily superior? Most of the time, the answer is clear. Walk away, save your energy, choose peace. That's how you build unshakable calm. Principle 3, make calm a game. There's a kind of quiet pride in staying unbothered, not in a fake, I don't care kind of way, but in the deeply intentional way that says, I choose peace over pettiness. Because let's face it, life throws plenty of reasons to react. People cut in line. Someone talks down to you. A message gets left unread. But what if you flip the script and turn those moments into training reps for your mind? That's where the Stoics were ahead of their time. They didn't aim to feel nothing. They aimed to master everything. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." So if someone's attitude ruins your day, it's not really their fault. It's a sign your inner world needs work. Now here's a new way to approach it. Make calm a game. Seriously. Start counting how many times today you could have reacted and didn't. That's your scoreboard. Someone cuts you off in traffic? You breathe, let it go. Boom. Point on the board. Someone gives you a snarky comment? You smile and stay cool. Another win. It turns emotional self-control from a chore into a challenge. And something weird happens. When you gamify it, you start looking forward to opportunities to stay grounded. You begin to notice how much control you actually have. Aristotle once said, "What it lies in our power to do, it lies in our power not to do." That applies perfectly here. You can always speak, you can always fire back, but it's the moments when you don't, when you choose not to react, that build character, that's self-mastery, that's how mental strength is formed. Carl Jung added another layer when he said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." Think about that every time you snap without thinking. You're being led by habits you haven't challenged. But when you pause, reflect, and respond with intention, you're rewiring your patterns. And let's be clear, this isn't about suppressing how you feel. That's not healthy or sustainable. It's about becoming so aware of your emotions that you know how to guide them, instead of being guided by them. You're not pushing them down. You're lifting yourself above them. Plato taught that the first and best victory is to conquer yourself. That victory doesn't happen once. It happens dozens of times a day, in the comments you ignore, in the gossip you don't spread, in the thoughts you question before they become actions. So try it. Track your calm like a high score. Each moment you stay grounded is proof you're leveling up. It won't be perfect, but every time you choose not to react, you're proving to yourself that you're not here to be easily shaken. You're here to lead yourself. And that's the real game worth playing. Principle 4. Stop arguing with reality. There's this exhausting thing we do, most of us without even realizing it. We build mental scripts for how other people should behave. We expect our friends to always show up. We expect our partner to never hurt us. We expect our boss to lead with fairness and reason. And then when they don't follow that script, when they go off course, we feel disappointed, confused, even betrayed. But here's the part we don't always admit. The script was ours. We just forgot to tell them. They were in a play we wrote. Philosopher Epictetus, one of the core voices of Stoicism, had a simple truth. Some things are up to us, and some are not. That's it. That's the line. And it's a hard pill to swallow until you realize how much peace is hidden inside that awareness. Because the moment you stop expecting people to be different than they are and start focusing on how you show up in response, you reclaim your sanity. You suffer less when you stop arguing with reality. You stop waking up every day waiting for people to get it, for life to suddenly make sense, for the unfairness to correct itself. Plato once said, "Reality is created by the mind." We can change our reality by changing our mind. And that's what Stoicism encourages, a shift in perception. Focus on your response, not their behavior, because here's what you control: your thoughts, your judgments, your actions. That's it. Everything else, that's outside your control. And the more you accept what you can't control, the more energy you have for what you can. The more peace you find in the chaos. The more grounded you become when everything else is shifting. So stop writing scripts for other people. Stop expecting them to follow your rules. Focus on writing your own story and let others write theirs. That's where your power truly lies. Principle 5. Separate events from your judgment. Events are neutral. It's your judgment that creates the emotional charge. Think about it. The same event can be a crisis or an opportunity. It all depends on your perspective. Epictetus said it best. It's not events that disturb people. It's their judgments about events. Let's make this real. You get passed over for a promotion. That's the event. Neutral. But your judgment? That means I'm not good enough. They don't value me. My career's over. See how that works? The event didn't create the suffering. Your judgment did. Now imagine a different judgment. This is feedback. I need to grow. What can I learn here? Same event, completely different emotional experience. The Stoics understood this deeply. They knew that the outside world is just raw material. It's your mind that decides what it means. So practice this. When something happens that triggers you, pause. Separate the event from your judgment. What actually happened? Just the facts. No story, no meaning, just the event. Then ask yourself, what story am I telling myself about this? Is this story true, or is it just one way to see it? When you can separate the event from the judgment, you create space. Space to choose how you respond. Space to see the situation clearly. Space to find peace even in chaos. Principle 6. Practice negative visualization. This might sound strange, but stick with me. Seneca taught something called premeditation of evils. In other words, mentally prepare for worst-case scenarios. Not because you're a pessimist, but because when you've already thought through the worst cases, you're less likely to be overwhelmed when they happen. By imagining loss, you prepare yourself emotionally. You reduce the shock. You build resilience. Here's how it works. Take a moment each day. Imagine losing something you value, your job, your health, your relationships. Really feel what that would be like. Not to torture yourself, but to prepare, to appreciate what you have, to build strength. Because here's what happens. When you've already thought through the worst case, when it actually happens, you're not caught off guard. You've already processed it. You've already decided how you'll respond. You've already found your footing. And here's the bonus. By imagining loss, you also practice gratitude. You see what you have more clearly. You appreciate it more. You don't take it for granted. This doesn't mean pessimism. It means realistic preparation. It means being ready. It means being strong. So try it. Pick something you value. Imagine losing it. Feel what that's like. Then come back to the present. Feel the relief. Feel the gratitude. Feel the strength you've built. That's negative visualization, and it's a powerful tool for maintaining your calm. Principle 7. Focus only on what you can control. This is Epictetus's fundamental distinction. What's up to us versus what's not up to us. Your thoughts, yours. Your judgments, yours. Your actions, yours. Other people's opinions, not yours. External events, not yours. Past mistakes, not yours. Future outcomes, not yours. This seems simple, but most people waste enormous amounts of energy on things they can't control. They worry about what others think. They stress about the economy. They obsess over past mistakes. They fear future failures, all things outside their control. The Stoics knew this was madness. They knew that the only path to peace is to focus exclusively on what you control. Everything else, let it go. Marcus Aurelius wrote about this extensively. He knew that the only thing you truly control is your response to the present moment. That's it. That's your power. So practice this. When you feel yourself getting anxious or angry or stressed, ask yourself, what am I trying to control here that I can't? Is this within my sphere of control? Or am I wasting energy on something outside it? When you can answer this honestly, you'll find yourself letting go of a lot of things. And you'll find a lot more energy for the things that actually matter. The things you can control. Your response, your attitude, your actions, your growth. Focus your energy there. Waste zero energy on things outside your control. Channel all energy into what you can actually influence. That's where your power truly lives. That's where peace is found. Here's another example. You're stuck in traffic. That's the event. Neutral. But your judgment? This is terrible. I'm going to be late. Everything is ruined. This always happens to me. See how that creates suffering? The traffic didn't make you suffer. Your judgment did. Now imagine a different judgment. This is a moment to pause, to breathe, to practice patience. I can't control the traffic, but I can control how I respond to it. Same traffic, completely different experience. That's the power of separating events from judgments. When you practice negative visualization, start small. Maybe imagine losing your phone. How would you handle it? What would you do? How would you feel? Then come back to the present. You still have your phone. Feel the gratitude. Feel the relief. This practice builds resilience. It prepares you. It makes you stronger. When you focus on what you can control, create a simple list. Things you control, your thoughts, your judgments, your actions, your responses, your attitude, your effort. Things you don't control, other people's opinions, external events, the past, the future, other people's actions, the weather, the economy. When you feel yourself getting stressed, go back to this list. Is what I'm worrying about on my control list or not? If it's not, let it go. If it is, focus your energy there. That's where your power is. That's where you can actually make a difference. That's where peace is found. Principle 8. View obstacles as opportunities. Marcus Aurelius wrote something that changed everything for me. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Think about that. What stands in the way becomes the way. Every obstacle is training. It's showing you where you need to grow. Difficulties are not detours from your path. They are your path. The Stoics didn't avoid challenges. They transformed them into growth. They saw every setback as a setup, every problem as a teacher, every obstacle as an opportunity. Let's make this real. You lose your job. That's an obstacle, right? But what if it's also an opportunity? An opportunity to find something better, an opportunity to learn new skills, an opportunity to rediscover yourself. Same event, different perspective. The obstacle becomes the way, or maybe you're dealing with a difficult relationship. That's an obstacle. But what if it's also an opportunity? An opportunity to learn about boundaries, an opportunity to grow your patience, an opportunity to understand yourself better. The obstacle becomes the way. This isn't about pretending things aren't hard. It's about seeing what they're teaching you. It's about finding the growth in the pain, the strength in the struggle, the wisdom in the challenge. What breaks others becomes your strength. That's the Stoic way. Principle 9. Practice memento mori. Remember, you will die. I know. That sounds heavy, but stick with me. Remembering mortality brings urgency and clarity to life. It helps you prioritize what truly matters. You don't have time for petty arguments. You don't have time for meaningless drama. You don't have time to waste energy on things that don't serve you. Every moment is precious when you remember it's finite. Marcus Aurelius meditated on death daily, not to be morbid, but to remember what matters, to live with intention, to make every day count. When you remember you will die, suddenly the small things become small again. The big things become clear. The trivial conflicts, not worth your energy. The meaningful relationships, worth everything. The time you waste, you'll never get it back. The moments you spend in anger or resentment, gone forever. But the moments you spend in peace, in growth, in connection, those are the ones that matter. Those are the ones you'll remember, so practice this. Each morning, remind yourself, this day is finite. This moment is precious. How will you use it? What will you focus on? What will you let go of? When you remember mortality, you remember what matters, and you live accordingly. Let's make this even more real. Maybe you're facing a health challenge. That's an obstacle. But what if it's also an opportunity to appreciate your body, an opportunity to learn about resilience, an opportunity to prioritize what matters? The obstacle becomes the way. Or perhaps you're struggling financially. That's an obstacle. But what if it's teaching you about resourcefulness, about what you truly need, about what you can live without? The obstacle becomes the way. This perspective shift isn't easy. It takes practice. But every time you can see the opportunity in the obstacle, you grow stronger. You become more resilient. You maintain your calm even in difficulty, because you know that this too is part of your path. This too is teaching you. This too is making you who you're meant to be. When you practice memento mori, it's not about being morbid. It's about being alive, truly alive, present, intentional. When you remember mortality, you stop wasting time on things that don't matter. You stop getting caught up in petty conflicts. You stop holding grudges that drain your energy. You start focusing on what truly matters: your growth, your relationships, your contribution, your peace. So each morning, before you start your day, take a moment. Remember, this day is finite. This moment is precious. How will you use it? What will you focus on? What will you let go of? When you do this, something shifts. You become more present, more intentional, more alive. And that presence, that intention, that aliveness is what helps you maintain your calm. Because you're not getting caught up in the small stuff. You're focused on what matters. You're living with purpose. Before we dive deeper, if this content is helping you, make sure you're subscribed. The Stoic Ocean community is growing, and we'd love to have you with us on this journey. Principle 10. Practice sympathy and understanding. Marcus Aurelius had a powerful question he asked himself when someone did wrong. What did they think was right? Think about that. When someone hurts you or disappoints you or acts in a way that triggers you, they're usually acting based on their own understanding. Not to deliberately hurt you. Most people are doing the best they can with what they know. Understanding their perspective reduces anger and increases compassion. Let's make this real. Your coworker takes credit for your work. That hurts, right? But what if they thought it was right? What if they're insecure about their position? What if they're afraid of losing their job? Does that excuse it? No, but does it help you understand it? Yes. And understanding reduces anger, increases compassion, helps you respond instead of react. This doesn't mean accepting abuse. It means understanding before reacting. It means seeing the person behind the behavior. It means choosing compassion over judgment. When you can see why someone acted the way they did, even if you don't agree, you create space. Space for understanding, space for peace, space for a response that serves you better. Principle 11. Practice voluntary discomfort. This one might sound counterintuitive, but hear me out. Regularly practice discomfort to build resilience. Take cold showers. Skip meals occasionally. Practice delayed gratification. Do things that are hard just because they're hard. This strengthens your ability to handle life's inevitable discomforts. When you're used to discomfort, external chaos affects you less. Muscles grow through resistance. So does mental strength. Here's how it works. When you voluntarily choose discomfort, you're training your mind. You're building tolerance. You're creating strength. So when life throws uncomfortable situations at you, you're ready. You've already been there. You've already built the muscle. You've already proven to yourself that you can handle hard things. Let's make this real. Start with something small. Maybe take a cold shower once a week, or skip one meal, or wake up an hour earlier. Something that's uncomfortable but doable. Do it regularly. Notice how it feels. Notice how you handle it. Notice how you grow. Then when life throws something hard at you, you'll remember. You've handled discomfort before. You can handle this. Your ability to handle discomfort grows through practice. So practice regularly. Build that muscle. Build that resilience. Build that strength. Principle 12. Practice morning and evening reflection. Marcus Aurelius wrote Meditations as his evening reflection. He asked himself questions. What went well today? What could I improve? How did I show up? How did I respond to challenges? This practice creates self-awareness. It builds emotional intelligence. It helps you catch patterns before they become problems. Here's how you can do it too. Each morning, set your intention. How will you show up today? What will you focus on? What principles will you practice? This sets the tone for your day. It reminds you of what matters. It anchors you in your values. Then each evening, review your day. What went well? What could improve? Where did you lose your calm? Where did you keep it? What patterns do you notice? What can you learn? This isn't about beating yourself up. It's about learning, about growing, about becoming more aware. When you practice this regularly, you start catching yourself. You notice when you're about to lose your calm. You see the patterns before they control you. You create space for choice, space for response instead of reaction, space for growth. So try it. Start with just 5 minutes each morning and evening. Ask yourself the questions. Write down your thoughts. Notice what comes up. Notice what you learn. This simple practice can transform how you navigate your days, how you maintain your calm, how you grow. Let's make this more practical. When someone does something that triggers you, instead of immediately reacting, pause. Ask yourself, what did they think was right? Maybe your boss gave you feedback that felt harsh. What did they think was right? Maybe they think tough feedback helps people grow. Maybe they're trying to help you improve. Does that excuse poor delivery? Number. But does it help you understand? Yes. And understanding reduces anger, increases compassion, helps you respond with grace instead of reacting with defensiveness. When you practice voluntary discomfort, start with something that's uncomfortable but safe. Take a cold shower. Not freezing, just cold. Notice how you handle it. Notice how you breathe. Notice how you stay calm even when it's uncomfortable. Then apply that skill to life's challenges. When something uncomfortable happens, remember, you've handled discomfort before. You can handle this. You've built the muscle. You've created the strength. You're ready. When you practice morning reflection, you don't need to write a novel. Just ask yourself, how do I want to show up today? What will I focus on? What principles will I practice? This takes 2 minutes, but it sets the tone for your entire day. When you practice evening reflection, you don't need to beat yourself up. Just notice, what went well today? Where did I lose my calm? What can I learn from this? This takes 3 minutes, but it helps you grow. It helps you catch patterns. It helps you become more aware. And awareness is the first step to change. When you practice these regularly, you start noticing when you're about to lose your calm. You see the patterns before they control you. You create space for choice, space for response instead of reaction, space for growth. That's the power of reflection. That's the power of awareness. That's how you maintain your calm. Principle 13. Practice AMOR FATI. Love your fate, not just accept it. Love it. Nietzsche called this AMOR FATI. The idea that everything that happens is necessary for your growth. Don't just endure life's challenges, embrace them. This transforms resistance into acceptance, suffering into meaning. Your life is perfect for your development. Trust the process. Let's make this real. Maybe you're going through a difficult breakup. That hurts, but what if it's exactly what you need to grow? What if it's teaching you about yourself, about what you want, about who you're becoming? Same challenge, different perspective. One resists it, suffers through it. The other embraces it, learns from it, grows through it. The Stoics understood this deeply. They knew that life isn't happening to you. It's happening for you. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of pain, it's all part of your development, all part of your story, all part of your growth. So practice this. When something difficult happens, instead of resisting it, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? How is this helping me grow? What opportunity is hidden here? When you can find the meaning in the pain, when you can see the growth in the struggle, you transform your experience. You transform your life. Principle 14. Practice the view from above. Marcus Aurelius practiced something called the view from above. He would zoom out, see his problems from a cosmic perspective. In the grand scheme of things, Most problems are tiny. This doesn't minimize your experience. It puts it in perspective. When you see the bigger picture, current drama loses its grip. Practice seeing your life from 10,000 feet. What really matters? What will matter in a year? In 5 years? In 10 years? Most of the things that trigger us won't matter in a year. Most of the conflicts we get caught in won't be remembered. Most of the stress we carry is about things we can't control anyway. When you zoom out, you see what's real. You see what matters. You see what's worth your energy. And you see what's not. So practice this. When you feel yourself getting caught up in something small, zoom out. See it from above. See it in the context of your whole life. See it in the context of your values. See it in the context of what truly matters. When you do this, most problems shrink to their proper size, and you find peace in the perspective. Principle 15. Practice daily Stoic exercises. Consistency beats intensity. Small daily practices compound. Morning meditation, evening journaling, moment-to-moment awareness. Practice these principles in real time, not just in theory. Turn every interaction into a practice opportunity. Build your calm muscle through daily repetition. Your peace is not a destination, it's a practice. Here's the thing, you can't just read about these principles. You can't just understand them intellectually. You have to practice them every day, in every moment, in every interaction. That's how you build the muscle. That's how you create the strength. That's how you maintain your calm. So start small. Pick one principle. Practice it today. Maybe it's pausing before reacting. Maybe it's separating events from judgments. Maybe it's focusing on what you can control. Pick one. Practice it. Notice what happens. Notice how you change. Notice how your calm grows. Then tomorrow, practice another one. Or practice the same one more deeply. The key is consistency. Small daily practices, compounded over time. That's how transformation happens. That's how you build unshakable calm. That's how you become the person who can handle anything. Because you've practiced every day, in every moment, you've built the muscle, you've created the strength, you've mastered the art of maintaining your calm. And that's not something that just happens, it's something you practice every single day. When you practice AMOR FATI, remember this. Everything that happens is information. It's telling you something. It's teaching you something. It's helping you grow. Even the painful stuff, especially the painful stuff. So when something difficult happens, instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask yourself, what is this teaching me? How is this helping me grow? What opportunity is hidden here? When you can find the meaning in the pain, when you can see the growth in the struggle, you transform your experience. You don't just endure it, you embrace it, you learn from it, you grow through it. That's AMOR FATI. That's loving your fate. That's finding peace even in pain. When you practice the view from above, remember this. Most of the things that stress you out today won't matter in a week. Most of the conflicts you get caught in won't be remembered in a month. Most of the problems you worry about won't exist in a year. So when you feel yourself getting caught up in something small, zoom out. See it from above. See it in the context of your whole life. See it in the context of your values. See it in the context of what truly matters. When you do this, most problems shrink to their proper size, and you find peace in the perspective. You realize that what felt like a crisis is actually just a moment that will pass, a moment that you can navigate with grace, a moment that you can learn from and grow through. That's the view from above. That's cosmic perspective. That's how you maintain your calm even when everything feels overwhelming. When you practice daily Stoic exercises, remember this. You don't need to do everything perfectly. You just need to practice consistently. Small daily actions compound over time. A 2-minute morning reflection, a 3-minute evening review, a moment of pause before reacting. These small practices add up. They build the muscle. They create the strength. They transform you. So start today. Pick one principle. Practice it. Notice what happens. Notice how you change. Notice how your calm grows. Then tomorrow, practice another one. Or practice the same one more deeply. The key is consistency, not perfection, not intensity, just consistency. Small daily practices, compounded over time. That's how transformation happens. That's how you build unshakable calm. That's how you become the person who can handle anything. Because you've practiced. Every day, in every moment, you've built the muscle, you've created the strength, you've mastered the art of maintaining your calm. And that's not something that just happens. It's something you practice every single day. So there you have it. 15 Stoic principles to never lose your calm with anyone or anything. But remember this, your calm is a practice, not a destination. These principles aren't rules to follow perfectly. They're tools to use daily. Every moment is an opportunity to practice, to choose calm over chaos. The world will continue to test you. That's guaranteed. But whether you lose your calm, that's always your choice. You have the power to pause, to breathe, to choose your response, to maintain your peace. Even when everything around you is chaotic, even when people are difficult, even when life is challenging, you have the power you always have. You just need to practice it. Start with one principle. Practice it today. Maybe it's pausing before reacting. Maybe it's separating events from judgments. Maybe it's focusing on what you can control. Pick one. Practice it. Notice what happens. Notice how you change. Notice how your calm grows. Then tomorrow, practice another one. Or practice the same one more deeply. Build this muscle. Create this strength. Master this art. Because your calm isn't in other people's hands. It's in yours. And you can protect it. You can maintain it. You can master it. The Stoics understood something profound. Your peace doesn't depend on external circumstances. It depends on how you respond to those circumstances. You can't control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond. That's your power, that's your freedom, that's your peace. So practice these principles every day, in every moment, in every interaction. Turn every challenge into a practice opportunity. Turn every trigger into a chance to grow. Turn every moment into a choice for calm. If you're ready to start applying these principles in your daily life, subscribe to Stoic Ocean and let's walk this path together. Every week, we break down practical Stoic wisdom you can use immediately. We explore these timeless principles and make them relevant for modern life. Because Stoicism isn't just ancient philosophy, it's a practical guide for living well, for maintaining your calm, for finding peace in any circumstance. Thank you for watching. Thank you for choosing to walk this path. And remember, your peace is your choice. Practice it daily. Protect it always. You've got this.